Before I get started talking about the Strapcode Oyster Bracelet for the Seiko Alpinist, I'd like to give a quick shot of my newest acquisition, the Tudor Black Bay GMT. This particular watch was a superstar at Baselworld 2018. Very hard to get right now, selling out at most places almost immediately. Overall, a really fantastic watch, but we'll get to this one later. Today, we're talking about the Strapcode Oyster Bracelet for the Seiko Alpinist. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Seiko Alpinist, an extraordinary entry by Seiko that is technically discontinued, but still remains in limited quantities in places like Amazon if you purchase it from a vendor located in Japan. This is a great watch. It fits incredibly. It looks amazing. It has that amazing green dial that has a slight sundial effect. It's got a great shape to the case that allows it to hug the wrist quite tightly. And it has this solid case back located here that gives you 200 meters of water resistance. One of the claim to fame for the Alpinist is obviously the rotating inner chapter ring that functions as a compass, as you can see by me turning it there. Screw down crown, signed crown. But where this watch absolutely fails is it ships on this completely wretched leather band that is a real disservice to the quality of the product. So one of the things you can do is you can upgrade it with a Strapcode Oyster style bracelet, which is the main intent for this video, not so much the Alpinist. It's been covered in such detail by people like the urban gentry and such. So if you really want to get into a deep dive into the Alpinist, I would refer you to some other YouTube watch guru, I mean, if we're calling them that, videos, and they can give you a complete run through on the technical specifications of the Alpinist. I wanted to talk mostly about this bracelet. This is actually my second bracelet from Strapcode. I do have their Jubilee for another Seiko watch that I own, a Sarb017, I believe it is. And I was so happy with the overall design and quality of the product that I opted to get this Oyster style bracelet. And what we get is solid end links, a 3-link Oyster style similar to what is featured on Rolexes, and really you can see the Rolex influence throughout. Screws instead of pins, which is always a nice feature. Very, very durable quality of steel. You'll notice this is after about half a year of regular wear and usage, and you'll not see much marring on it at all. And I do have children, and I live quite an active lifestyle, and the bracelet doesn't show any signs of wear and tear, and it just plays with the light quite nicely. So in addition to that, you have this clasp here, twin spring-loaded triggers, milled bar in the clasp, stamped here, closes with a nice clack to it, locks down, and it just fits perfectly. If you can see here, if I'm going to focus a little bit, there's no play, so to speak, or rattle. It integrates quite nicely, and in some ways it actually improves the profile of the watch because you have that aesthetically pleasing continuity between the lugs and the actual end link. I got this bracelet off of Amazon. I forget how much it cost me. I think it was approximately $95. This is in early 2019. And I think it's really one of the best purchases you can make for the Seiko Alpinist. Although, as you can see in the video here, one of the irritating aspects to the Alpinist is it doesn't have any type of anti-glare coating on the sapphire crystal. So you do get quite a bit of reflection on the sapphire, and it doesn't really impact the watch in real life. It is annoying to film at times. But if you're on the fence and you've wondered if this bracelet is right for you, I'm going to say it's a thumbs up recommendation. I think it's worthy of the Alpinist, and I think you'll be very happy. Another point of mentioning is it does have quite a bit of adjustability, as you can see here, which is really nice to get a nice secure fit. This is the Strapcode Oyster style bracelet for the Seiko Alpinist. This watch recently got a little bit of a limited edition revival with Hodinkee with a blue dial, and there is several rumors circulating about Seiko bringing this watch back into production in early 2020. Nothing verified just yet, but if you ever get a chance to pick up this watch, I would highly encourage you to do so. They are getting quite a bit more expensive now that it's technically discontinued. You're looking at, in some cases, $500 to $700, where originally it was like $300. Would I pay that inflated premium? I don't think so, but if you can find it at a reasonable, slight premium, it's a worthy purchase. And if you're curious about how it fits and looks on the wrist, my wrist is 7 inches and a quarter, and the proportions of the watch are pretty much perfect. I tend to stick to watches in that 41 to 38. It's a 36 millimeter. My Rolex is a 36 millimeter. But I try to stay in that range. But 38, 39 really is the sweet spot for me personally. But as you can see, it just looks great on the wrist. And for the true watch nerds out there, I'll leave you with a Loom Shot